Do y'all remember when everybody was talking about China, saying how amazing it is, showing all those videos of the cool buildings and the technology and the clean streets, saying that there's no homeless people and that the economy is just perfect? Well, apparently we've been fed a lie, and that was specifically going around when everyone was talking about Red Note and moving over from TikTok to Red Note. Well, everybody was saying that it's amazing, and that's what they're feeding us here in the States. But apparently, people from China are saying that millions of people are sleeping in the streets and life is really rough over there. And apparently, China is broke. Let's get right into it.
And this Mayday holiday was far worse than expected. This vlogger also mentioned that on the first day of the holiday, data from major platforms showed clear signs of cancellations, and overall occupancy rates were disappointing. After 11 years in the hotel industry, it was the first time he had seen the Mayday Golden Week so quiet. Many hotel operators had hoped to make up for losses during these days, but the reality was disappointing. On May 3rd, hotel investor Zhu Xinjiang also posted a video pointing out that in the past couple of days, multiple online travel platforms had released forecasts for the May Day holiday. This year's forecast predicted that travel enthusiasm would continue to rise slightly compared to last year's high levels, but that per capita spending would continue to drop. He analyzed that every year during the May Day and National Day holidays, there are reports of sky-high hotel prices and businesses claiming their hotels are doing well, attracting many investors to enter the hotel market. However, room prices have been dropping every year during these short holidays. Mr. Zhu explained that while long holidays might seem to generate large crowds, with highway traffic jams and tourists stranded at attractions, hotels just take advantage of these periods to sell high-priced rooms. Unfortunately, this doesn't stimulate consumption as planned. Instead, it leads to waste of resources. He believes that the nationwide holiday model, where everyone takes time off at the same time, wastes money and resources, and suggests adjusting the long holiday system by adding spring and autumn holidays. People should be allowed to choose their paid vacation time based on their personal needs and market conditions, ensuring that the tourism industry remains balanced throughout the year and minimizing the impact of these boom and bust cycles. Additionally, some vloggers mentioned that in 2025, the hotel industry in Xiamen, Fujian, will face the worst Mayday holiday earnings in history.
今年厦门5亿的酒店收益直接废了。
The hotel revenue in Xiamen during Mayday this year has been a disaster. This morning, I checked the booking status for my own hotel and also observed the situation in the Zhongshan Road Commercial District, which is the core area of Xiamen. The traffic and prices there are not ideal. The vlogger explained that according to standard hotel procedures, if there are only about 10 rooms left in the morning, hotels typically close the rooms for booking, since it's uncertain whether guests will extend their stay. A few rooms are reserved for them. After 2 p.m., if there are still rooms available, they are reopened for sale. However, on May 1st, in Zhongshan Road, few hotels officially closed their rooms, which indicated that they had more than 10 rooms left. This shows that this year's market is indeed worse than previous years. The vlogger further analyzed that last year, a hotel room near the Xiamen train station could go for 300 to 400 yuan during the May Day holiday, but this year, the price was reduced to around 200 yuan. That's a loss of 100 yuan per room, which is quite significant. For a hotel with 100 rooms, that's a loss of 10,000 yuan, an alarming number. Over 3 or 4 days, that could mean a loss of 300,000 yuan in revenue.
我看了一下平台的数据，竟然发现大部分的城市非常低的满房率。
Another vlogger who works in the hotel industry said that on the first day of the May Day holiday, he observed platform data and found that most cities had very low occupancy rates. For example, in Chengdu, normally there are 44,839 hotels available for booking, but on May 1st, none were fully booked. Some hotels had only high-priced rooms left, but even those weren't fully booked. This shows that high-paying or high-consumption tourists were still relatively weak this year. The vlogger also mentioned that more and more young people with disposable income are opting for camping holidays, avoiding crowds and high expenses, which is causing a diversion of business away from traditional accommodation services. This observation was confirmed by other vloggers. On May 3rd, one posted a video saying that when he went out, he saw tents everywhere on the streets.
我看那马路上可多大帐篷的，大帐篷超级多。
Tents are everywhere. At first I wondered why people were setting them up. Then I realized it's because hotel prices at tourist attractions have increased sharply.
Man, what kind of vacation is that? In an overcrowded place? Even if you're going to sleep in a tent and try to be in nature somewhere, when it's just overly packed like that, that defeats the whole purpose. I'd rather stay at home. That looks like a music festival, let alone a camping spot. That is absolutely absurd. And I've never ever heard of Americans just going out and flooding a park with tents and sleeping in tents instead of renting hotels. That seems insane. Now, there's obviously a whole bunch of people that love to go camping. I love to go out and get in nature. But when I want to go stay in a hotel, there's always options. It's very, very rare, unless there's a huge event in the city. It seems like there's always reasonable hotels that you can find for a reasonable price. We've got Airbnb and all that sort of stuff. But I've never seen an entire generation of people to just choose to go sleep in tents for their holiday break as opposed to being in, at least in a hotel or staying with friends somewhere. This is crazy. This does not seem like a good economy to me.
Rooms that used to cost 100 to 200 yuan are now priced at 700 to 800 yuan, and 300 to 400 yuan rooms have gone up to 1000 yuan. People who travel often are smart. They bring their own tents and sleep outside to save money. That's why there are so many tents. It wasn't just in the cities. On May 1st, the Wanpingkou scenic area in Rizhao, Shandong, was packed with people, and tourists set up tents on the beach to camp out.
哎呀，老天们啊，你看看吧。
One vlogger posted a video lamenting, "The beach is crowded, but there's no spending. People brought their own tents, pots, and pans to save money. It's tough to run a guest house this year. Prices can't go up, and tourists aren't spending much. Look at the beach. It's full of tents, and people are using every trick to survive. They really treat the beach like their home." It's not just a city issue. On May 1st, the Wanpingkou scenic area in Rizhao, Shandong also saw a tent craze. The scene was packed with people, and tourists set up tents on the beach to camp.
哎呀，外帐篷的越来越多，这怎么？
More and more people are setting up tents. How does this contribute to the economy? They buy food locally, sit in their tents, eat and sleep there, leaving all the trash for us to clean up. What can we do? We have no choice but to provide good service.
That is a lot different from all those videos that were going over TikTok saying that the economy was booming and that every place out there is phenomenal, that we're all missing out. This is a lot different than that.
Many netizens shared videos of the trash left behind by tourists after they left.
Sheesh.
你见过藏区的这一面吗？
Have you seen this side of Tibet? Do you have the habit of throwing trash while traveling? Look, I've already picked up over 10 bags of trash, and there's still so much left. Let me show you another side of Tibet. On 2nd of May, a video shows Hainan's Mulan Bay, where piles of trash are visible. The vlogger says,
全是垃圾，真的好臭。
It's all trash and it really stinks. Look around. All I can see is trash and water bottles everywhere. When we go out to travel, can we please pay attention to the environment? This is such huge pollution.
我是谁呀？太多。
That is ridiculous. So not only are people not cleaning up after themselves, which is just a common thing that we do here in America, at least to civilized people, there's always going to be some people that just don't know how to clean up after themselves. But I'm looking at this beach and I'm not seeing the necessary trash cans. If they had a whole bunch of trash cans out, knowing that people are going to come to this specific spot to hang out, the city could have put things out for people to at least have designated areas to put trash. But this is just crazy. It looks insane. All that trash. Sheesh.
Who wants to pick up trash? Come here. The beach really needs volunteers. It's covered with trash everywhere, even in the distance. Trash. People, bring it here, but won't take it back. I can only describe it as heartbreaking. As an influencer, I want to make a statement. Honestly, after getting out of the car, I couldn't imagine there would be so much trash. With such beautiful scenery, I hope every tourist coming here will stop throwing trash. If you see kids throwing trash, take them away. Since the lifting of the 3-year COVID-0 policy, Chinese tourists have been traveling in large numbers, but their per capita spending has significantly dropped. For example, during the 2023 Dragon Boat Festival, the average domestic travel spend was only 352 yuan, compared to 410 yuan in 2019. According to data from Bloomberg and Goldman Sachs, analyzing the Ministry of Culture and Tourism reports, in the 2024 National Day holiday, mainland tourists' spending per capita was down by about 2% compared to pre-pandemic levels.
Bro, what kind of sicknesses are going around with all of these people in one spot? It seems like every clip that I see here, there's an unbelievable amount of people. I couldn't do it. Mm-mm. I don't like crowded places, and especially a crowded water park. Ugh, that just makes me feel. Ugh.
With China's economy continuing to decline, unemployment rates are high and incomes are dropping. Reports suggest that the trend of vending travel has risen among young people. In China's during the Mayday holiday, many have started using the opportunity to set up stalls at tourist spots to earn money for their travels. In reality, Chinese people mostly travel during the long holidays, with few opportunities for vacations during regular periods. A netizen revealed the truth. I'll tell you why. I have family members who work in large state-owned enterprises and central state-owned enterprises. They're not allowed to take annual leave under any circumstances, not even when they're sick, unless they can't get out of bed. This is an important factor for maintaining stability and limits your time and freedom. If you dare to ask for one day off, they'll deduct your entire annual bonus. In this
See, everybody's talking about how amazing China is, complaining about America all over TikTok, all over. And now look, and now look.
context, the overall decline of China's tourism industry is easier to understand. As the largest tourism enterprise group of China, Jinjiang International listed company, Jinjiang Hotels, has seen its performance continuously decline, reflecting the current weak recovery in China's tourism and hospitality industries. According to the 2024 annual report, Shanghai Jinjiang International Hotel Co., Ltd. had a total revenue of 14 billion yuan, a 4% decrease from the previous year. The net profit attributable to the parent company was 911 million yuan, a drop of 9%. The net profit after excluding non-recurring gains and losses was only 539 million yuan, a significant decrease of 30%. In the fourth quarter of 2024, Jinjiang Hotels reported a non-recurring net loss of 99.3 million yuan, a dramatic year-on-year decline of 253%. As it entered 2025, the company's operating pressure showed no signs of easing. Its first quarter financial report revealed a total revenue of approximately 2.9 billion yuan, an 8.25% year-on-year decrease. The net profit attributable to the parent company was about 36 million yuan, a sharp drop of 81%. The non-recurring net profit attributable to the parent company was about 26.6 million yuan, a 57% decline from the previous year. The financial struggles of Jinjiang Hotels are undoubtedly a microcosm of the impact of China's overall economic downturn on the tourism industry. Against the backdrop of weak consumer demand in China, even once dominant hotel giants are finding it difficult to thrive.
Now, imagine what it's going to be like this year. We're having all of these tariff wars and all this drama going on with the United States and China, and we're their biggest consumer, and everything's just come to a screeching halt. So, how many people are going to be forced to not take any kind of vacations this year? and just be stuck at home, which will absolutely decimate their travel industry there in China because no one's going to have any money. There's people that are losing everything. All their businesses are on hold right now, apparently. So this will be very interesting to see. I don't like to see anybody suffering, but this is interesting at the least. Did you guys know about any of this? If you like this kind of content, let me know your thoughts down below. You watched the Unexplained Outlook. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. And I'll keep you guys updated with what's going on in China. Peace.